You're listening to Tracks 96.1, and today we are talking about Netflix shows that took the world by storm. First one that comes to mind is the documentary series Tiger King, a riveting show about tigers, people, and everything in between. It was such a good show and made Joel Exotic and Carol Baskin household names. So we want to know, what are some shows on Netflix you watch to help you get through isolation? One show I would highly recommend is Don't F With Cats, a riveting 3-part series about people from the internet solving a mystery about someone who did something horrific to cats. So, if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you check it out. But if you have any other recommendations, please get a hold of us. Please text in tracks961 or message us on our email address. Next up, we've got Michael Ray on Her World or, remember, you're listening to Tracks. Tracks 96.1, and we're talking about the 5 weeks of isolation. Well, just under 5 weeks. So obviously it's a lot of free time to get to do things. I personally was running, I was cycling, and I was walking just to get out of the house and get something done. I've heard stories of people who were playing guitar, or just learning new instruments, a lot of art going around. So I want to hear from the viewers. What did you get up to in the just under 5 weeks of isolation? Let us know. 0800 Tracks 96.1. It could be anything. Obviously, it could be running, walking like I did. And tell us your time, how far you went. Just a little bit of comparison. If it was guitar, let us know what new songs you learned. If it was painting, let us know what you painted. Just anything. Let us know what you did in that 5 weeks. Remember, get in contact with us. Call us in Tracks 0800 Tracks 96.1, or text us. And up next, we have Mitchell Ray with Her World or Your. You're here on Tracks 96.1, and before the break, I asked you, what did you get up to during your 5-week level 4 isolation? I told you guys I did a lot of walking, running, and biking, so I wanted to hear from you. During that break, we got some texts through. We got one here that says, I managed to run the Port Hills. That's just amazing. A lot of hard work and dedication, I bet, went into that. Another one here says, I learned how to read and write music. Wow, that could be someone in the future we could be playing on Tracks in a couple years. Another one here, I managed to get all my jobs done around the house and redecorate the living room and the kitchen. That's just amazing. Keep these please coming through, guys. Remember, 021 Tracks 96.1. Up next, we have a new Billy Ray Cyrus song. Remember, you're listening to Tracks 96.1. Tracks 96.1, you're here with Xavier, and we have a very special competition for our listeners, all thanks to Mighty Mega. All you have to do is head on down to our Instagram, leave a like, and tag a friend, and you're in the draw. Easy as that. Head on down to our Instagram, Tracks 96.1, find our most recent post, give it a like, tag a friend. The more friends you tag, the more entries you get into the draw, and you'll be in the draw. Easy as that. The competition ends this Friday at 12 p.m, so make sure you tag as many friends as you can and tell them about Tracks. And if you don't win, still use Mighty Team Mega as your hardware shop to get anything you need, and the team there will help you out. Coming up after the break, we have a special guest. Who may that be? Stick around and find out. We still have all your favourite hits from hot country music coming up here on Tracks 96.1. So please, my friends, stick around. Up next, we have Michael Ray. Tracks 96.1, you're here with Xavier, and unfortunately because of COVID-19, the Olympics has been postponed to next year. It's a bit of a bummer and we're very upset about it, but luckily we have a very special interview with an Olympian and Black Fern Sevens captain Sarah Haroni, and she's going to take her take on the Olympics and how she got to where she is. But we want you to also have input on the questions, so if you have a question you want to ask her, head on down to our Instagram, comment a question on our most recent photo and we'll see if we can use it. Easy as that. Head on down to Tracks 96.1 on Instagram, like our most recent photo and post a question that you want to ask her and we'll see what we can do. This interview will be done on Friday, so try to get your questions in before Thursday 7 p.m. for your chance to get to have a question with her. Up next, we've got more songs by Billy Ray Cyrus and Michael Ray. But first, here is the brand new hit from Justin. Tracks 96.1, you're here with Xavier, and earlier this week, we went from level 4 quarantine to level 3. And that meant one thing to a lot of people. It meant we could get fast food. And oh my gosh, did I spend way too much the last couple of days. But was it worth it? Yes. Do I even like fast food? No, but I enjoyed it. So we want to know, what was the first thing you did in level 3 quarantine? Let us know. Text your answers through to 021 Tracks 961, and you could be in the draw to win movie tickets to the latest movie. But let us know what you got, what your order was, and was it really worth it? I think I already know the answer to that, and it's yes. But let us know. 021 Tracks 961, and you could be in the draw to win some new movie tickets. Up next, we got all the latest hits, country hits. But first, here's this. You're listening to Tracks 96.1, and today we are talking about North Korea, but more specifically, the future of North Korea and their leader, Kim Jong-un, who reportedly had a heart surgery which didn't go well. Some people are saying he's passed away, some people are saying he's fine, but really, nobody knows. But if he were to pass away, who would be in charge of North Korea? And would they still be an independent country after that? Let us know what you think by giving us a text or a call on 021 Tracks 961. That's 021 Tracks 961 to let us know what you think happened to Kim Jong-un and what will happen to North Korea. Personally, I think he's passed away, but the North Korean government doesn't want us to know. They're trying to hide it from the rest of the world. But you tell me what you think. Coming up next, we have more topics about the countries around the world, especially with COVID-19. But for that, we have Finish Your Sentence by Michael Ray. You're listening to Tracks 96.1. You're listening to Tracks 96.1, and today we're talking about country music stars, more specifically, who is the best country music star. So, some people going around have been Lady Antebellum, Brad Paisley, Tim McGraw, but is that really the best? Personally, I do not believe that, but that is my personal opinion. But is who you think the best really the best country music star there is? It's all personal preference. Just because you believe they're the best, is that really the best country music star? For instance, my favourite country music star, which is a heated debate, would be Lil Nas X. I mean, Old Town Road, just an amazing song, amazing country song with Billy Ray Cyrus. Well, let us know who your favourite country music star is at 021 Tracks 961. That's 021 Tracks 961. Let us know who it is. Up next, we've got Michael Ray and Finish Your Sentences here on Tracks 961. You're listening to Tracks 961, where we are talking about the Warriors and whether they should be allowed to fly over to Australia to compete in the NRL. Some people are saying yes, they should be, to keep the competition alive, to keep them going, when others are saying they shouldn't be able to and should be staying home with their families like the rest of us. Well, should they be allowed? Or should we open up the border to Australia for everyone? Should everyone be able to fly? We have our own little bubble between New Zealand and Australia, our next door neighbours, and where we can travel to and from when we both have this under control. Let us know what you think on the Warriors, whether they should be allowed to fly over for the NRL or not, or if you think that we should have an open bubble with Australia where we can travel back and forth and see our family over there and just travel as much as we can. Well, coming up next, we've got Michael Ray and Wish I Was Here on Tracks 96.1. You're listening to Tracks 96.1, and today we are talking about things that scared you as a child. It is a popular thing that has been asked around the internet lately, and so I was wondering, what scared you as a child? Personally, myself, it was the music video of Thriller when Michael Jackson turned into the werewolf right at the beginning of the video. I was petrified as a child, so I asked around the Tracks office what they thought about what scared them as a child. So we've got some people said Courage the Cowardly Dog, a very unsettling show. Other people also said the movie The Dark Crystal. Some of the villains within that movie would petrify them. They'd have nightmares as children. So let me know what scared you as a child. Text in 021 Tracks 961. Text or call, and remember, tell us what you were scared of as a child.
Up next, we've got Michael Ray with Summer Water here on Tracks 96.01.